Hi, welcome to Not So Creative. In this video, I'm going to show you how to sew a French seam. A French seam is a fantastic way to finish your seams as you sew. It gives your garment a professional look, and it is a great alternative to using a serger. From the right side, it looks just like a regular seam. The magic happens on the wrong side. As you can see, this technique creates a neat enclosed seam. In this example, I'm using medium weight cotton, but this technique works beautifully on medium to lightweight fabrics, or any fabric prone to fraying. Before we start, I want to tell you that usually for my patterns, I use a 1 centimeter or 3/8 inch seam allowance, but for this technique, I'll be using 1.5 centimeter, which is 5/8 inch seam allowance or so. You'll see why in a moment. So make sure you adjust your pattern accordingly. I have my fabric here placed with the round sides together. Now, I'll sew a seam using a 1 centimeter or 3/8 inch seam allowance. Next, trim the seam. You will want to leave less than 0.5 centimeter or a 1/4 inch. If you're unsure about this measure, just mark it with a ruler and then trim it. For this project, I'll be leaving about 0.4 centimeter, which is a bit less than a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Now, press the seam. Press it open like this. Then, fold the fabric with the right sides facing each other, as you would normally do, and press it again. Make sure to press along the seam for a crisp result. Okay, to finish this seam, we have to sew it again, but this time right sides facing each other, which is what we normally would do when we're sewing, right? We're going to sew 0.5 centimeter, which is a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And that's it. Give it a good press now, and you're done. As you can see on the right side, as I showed you before, the seam looks like any other, but on the wrong side, you have a clean and closed seam. Now, depending on your design, you can top stitch the seam to the fabric so it stays attached to the main fabric. Keep in mind that the stitching will be visible on the right side, but this can be a great embellishment for your garment. But again, it will depend on what you're looking for. For this, press the seam towards the side of the fabric where you want to attach it. In garments, it's usually best for the seam direction to face the back. Once it's pressed, sew close to the seam. As you can see, I used a thread in a color similar to the fabric to minimize the contrast. But you could also use a contrasting color to add a decorative touch to your project. Now that you know how to make a French seam, why not try experimenting with this variation? Thank you for watching this far. Let me know in the comments what you think about this technique, or if you have any questions. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more tutorials. I'll see you in the next video.